Hello everybody, this is Holiday Fun and I'm back with another video talking about, well, Spear Halloween. And the main thing we're talking about is a lot of things. I just want to start off with the teaser that we got. The first one for 2020, for the 2022 season. We got the clock time on the video for the camera. Well, there's a theory going around, and it's probably right. We're going to get sneak peeks starting June 28th for this year. And people think June 27th, we're going to get a teaser for the sneak peeks for June 28th, the next day. I think that's going to happen. So stay tuned for June. We're going to get a teaser, and then our first sneak peek June 28th. It's probably going to happen. It's not officially confirmed, but we're just guessing. But it's probably right just because of the clock timing. But let's get into the video. We're starting off with themes. What I think Spirit is going to do for themes, it's either going to be a lab theme and a movie theater theme, or a school theme and a lab theme, or just a school theme with a movie theater theme. Now, this could be totally wrong. Now, the two props that we hear, the one with the bloody knife, Mommy's new favorite, as we think, the audio that we heard, there's a little theory going on that this child animatronic that has the bloody knife could have the jump scare animation like Demonic Dahlia. And that's a very good possibility. There's a good chance that that could be the case. The audio sounds pretty cool for this prop, and the voice is pretty disturbing, and the demon sound that we hear for the prop at near the end gives me a hint that this is going to be a jump scare prop. It's probably going to be. And the prop that you guys seen, Andy Amplifier, we get a hint of a prop, but we also get a hint for another prop. The laughing that you hear, then a bone crack, and then a scream, that's a prop, and it's probably going to be a jump scare as well. And I think that prop is going to be something like Broken Spine Girl. We don't know the name for this one, but we hear the audio clearly, and it is a prop. It's confirmed on the Spear Halloween fandom page that that is a prop. I'm excited for it. Now, if it's a good prop, I think these two props are going to be really scary props. And I think the Andy Amplifier prop is actually going to be pretty cool. I think that one is going to surprise people. But like I said, the one with the bloody knife is probably going to have the Demonic Dahlia jump scare animation. And the one that's screaming with the bone crack, then the scream, is probably going to be something like Broken Spine Girl's animation, but improved. Now, there's rumors that this could be a techie prop. That's possible, but I think that it's not a techie prop. I think it's done by Crazy Create, but it's going to be something like Broken Spine Girl, but Crazy Create's own way of doing it. Or it might not be. It might be the company that made Broken Spine Girl. I don't know, but I'm excited for these two. These are my two most hyped props right now because they're exclusives. They're both exclusives for this year. And we don't even know what they do, which is super, super exciting. Now, what do you guys think about this year so far? What do you think we're going to see first? What sneak peek do you guys think we're going to see first? What do you think the prop with the bloody knife is? Because here's the thing. Usually when Spear Halloween gives us a hint to a prop that we're going to see first, usually they show it in their teaser. They just give us a little glimpse of something. The thing is, are we going to see this prop with the bloody knife first? Is this going to be the first sneak peek? Or is it going to be near the end? I don't know. I don't think we're going to be seeing this prop first, but you never know. But I'm excited to see what the two props are. the one that has, she used to be mommy's favorite, but I took care of that. And then there's like a demon growl or something. And then the one with the laughing, the bone cracking, and the screaming. Whatever that is, I think these two props are going to be super scary and very, very awesome. I think these are going to be fantastic animatronics. These two props are going to be amazing and terrifying. I can't wait to see them. I think the design of these as well are going to be both really scary looking, and I think that's what we want, right? So I think the design for each of these props is going to be on point and pretty scary. And I think each prop is going to have its own uniqueness. These two props are going to be very different from each other. And both of them are going to be very terrifying. And I think both of them are going to be jump scares. And I wouldn't be surprised. So can't wait for those. And I think they're going to be, hopefully they're going to be durable. Because a lot of Spirit Halloween animatronics last year, we had a problem with Spirit props last year. And the one thing with that we had a problem with was durability. Mr. Dark, most of them didn't break, but some of them did. Most of them didn't, which is good. But, you know, Spirit needs to work on their durability a little bit more. The thing is, like, the way Miss Mercy's animated, I had a theory, like, maybe we're going to get a reskin of Miss Mercy, because when you think about it, her animation was just so cool, and I think they could easily reskin Miss Mercy into something even more terrifying. And it won't be a clown, no. I think they could just do a possession prop. Now, remember Lunging Lily? I'm wondering if we're going to see something similar like that prop again. Plus the pumpkin lunger that we had back in 2014, I think, with Pumpkin Nester. I think we could see him return someday. Like, he was good. But the thing is, they have to make him a lot more durable. Like, if they're going to bring him back, make him better. Because the old one broke so easy and the relay switch was really bad on it. So I don't know if they'll ever bring him back because he was just so faulty. But these two props, guys, I think these two props, once you guys see them, the ones I'm talking about, like, you guys are going to want. I think a lot of people, once they see these two props, like, people are going to actually, like, want these props. And I'm already thinking about buying these two props. Oh, man. Because Spirit's going down the scary route again with their props, and I'm glad that they are. We finally need to see that again from Spirit Halloween. We haven't seen this for a long, long time, and I think it's time that we get that back. I'm very excited to see what they're going to do. I'm just pretty tired from work, so don't mind me if I'm yawning a little bit. Now, a Frankenstein animatronic is pretty possible for this year. I mean, very possible. I think this year we could be getting a Frankenstein animatronic. And I think it's a very good chance that we're going to get one this year. Just because they show these, like, little potion things in bottles like a lab. And there's like a skull head with hands. And I think that could be hinting to a Frankenstein monster. I don't know. Because they have to bring a dead person back to life to turn them into Frankenstein. Now here's a picture of a Frankenstein prop. I would like to see something like this done by Spirit Halloween. But a little more bloody and a little bit more scary. I think this could be done by Spirit Halloween, and I think they could do it easily. But like I was saying before, you never know what they're going to do. But I think this year is just going to have something else to it. Like, this year's going to be better than last year. we all know that this year is definitely going to be better than last year. I just got a feeling that they are going to do an excellent job. And I can't believe I'm saying that, because Spirit Halloween over the last couple of years has not been very good. I think last year was not good. A lot of the props were pretty boring. Like the Pennywise in the sewer we did not need. I actually think Grimm was good, but we didn't need that prop. Or the Pennywise in the sewer. I think the Buzzsaw could have been way better. I was pretty disappointed. I thought he was going to be better in person, but he was actually pretty boring and just lame. Like, the face could have been scarier for sure, and his animation and audio could have been better, and the saw shouldn't have been that heavy. There's no reason why the saw was that heavy, because the arm snapped on my Buzzsaw because the saw was so freaking heavy. And I think they should have looked over that prop. And I think Spirit rushed last year with the props. I mean, the last couple of years it seems like Spirit's been rushing. But you know what? This year, it seems like Spirit is taking as much time as possible with the teasers and all that good stuff. They're not, like last year we've been getting a lot all at once. It seems like this year we're not getting everything thrown at us. You know what I mean? Like, they're like holding back on like teasers and stuff, and that's a good thing, because the more they don't show us things, the more excited we're getting. But I truly think this year is going to be different. It's going to be a lot better, a lot scarier. Like those two props I'm talking about, with the bloody knife and the laughing, those two props are going to be freaking really scary. And I'm not kidding. I really think these two props are going to be terrifying. So scary. Good animation and great design and great quality. And I can't wait to see these two props. I am very hyped for these two props. I'm probably going to get the one with the bloody knife, because we haven't seen what she looks like. Now, we know this child prop is a girl, because we heard the audio of the prop in the teaser. Now, the thing is, we see a little bit of the dress, and like, I'll bring a picture up as well of the burlap bag this prop is holding. Now, I'm not exactly sure how she's going to be holding this bag. I don't know if something is in the bag or what, but the way they showed the bag was really interesting. I'm pretty excited to see like how they do this prop. I'm very excited for it. I can't say I can find a piece of her dress in the teaser. If you don't see a picture of it right now, then there's probably not. I'll write something in the background if I found a picture, and then I'll bring it up here. So yeah. Now, the bag she's holding, which is interesting, has blood on it. Now, there is a little, like, you can look in the teaser, and if you put it in slow motion, you can see like a piece. I don't know if it's the burlap bag. Not when the screen goes static. When you pause it, you can see the bag with blood on it, the burlap sack. But you can actually see her dress or clothing, and it's like a black color. I don't know if you saw that in the teaser, but it has like blood on it, I think. I'm pretty sure. Which is nice to see, because we haven't seen props from Spirit Halloween that are going to be in store that are bloody and scary and just amazing. And this is going to be the first year that we're going to see that in a long, long, long time. It feels like it, and Spirit's finally bringing the scariness back, and that's how it should be. keep the scariness every single year. That's what Halloween's about. It's supposed to be scary. None of this, like, no more excuses saying, oh, well, kids go in our store. Yeah, but if they get scared and start crying, oh well. That was their choice to go into the store. That was the parents' choice to let them go in the store. So Spirit can't really feel guilty about anything. But yeah, here's a few pictures of possession props. Like all of these, the one with the girl crawling backwards, the one with the cross, the one on the bed especially. I would like to see something like that done by Spirit. And there's one that also, like, I think it would be so cool if Spirit made a possession prop where she puts her back backwards and she kind of like goes like that and like she starts spinning her head. It would just be like so creepy. The only thing is, like, it might be hard to do because if she goes back like that, right? How is she gonna go like this when her back's backwards? Her head could spin or something. That would be super creepy. Or maybe her back wouldn't even go back, and maybe just the way her back, she'd be up backwards, her back would be twisted backwards the whole time, and she would just go like this, back and forth, and her head would spin. Something like Miss Mercy, but the prop's back would be twisted backwards. The only thing is, can they actually do that? I don't know. It might be pretty hard. I think they could do it, but the prop's gonna have to have a crap ton of support for that to work. And the problem is, can the motor handle moving side to side without breaking, right? Like, that's another thing. Spirit might have to get a stronger motor for that as well. But there's a lot of things they could do. I mean, they did make a possession prop a few years ago that I thought was kind of cool, but it was meh. She floated on the wall, and then all of a sudden she popped up like this. I thought it was a cool idea, but the idea doesn't work because you know something's going to happen. It's too obvious for it to... It's too obvious, I guess, but the main reason why I didn't get her, because I didn't have any... I'm not screwing a prop on my wall. It's just not happening. You know what I mean? Because then you got to leave it and you can't take it off your wall. It's just stupid. I think Spirit shouldn't have done that for a prop. I think screwing a prop on a wall is just not a good idea. Now, something that swings or just hangs, that's different. I think it would be pretty cool if Spirit made a Halloween prop, though, that did go on the wall, but it was a possession prop. And I don't know what they could do. I don't know. Just forget about that idea of a prop on the wall. Just forget about that. There's just so many things that Spirit Halloween can do with the props this year, and I had to redo the video as well because the app was glitching and I was clicking music and I thought it wasn't even in the video, but when I upload it, there was a whole bunch of random music playing all at once and you couldn't even hear me talk. I'm like, great. And I couldn't fix it because the music wasn't there in the video. It was like invincible or something. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to redo the whole video over again. And here's the new version of the video. So, yeah. But I think this year it's going to be good. Like, there's going to be a lot of things this year that people are just going to want. I'm probably going to get those 2 props that are going to be really scary. Because I want scarier props that are actually freaking amazing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point of Halloween, right? It's supposed to be scary in a fun way. But if like Buzzsaw, you know what I mean? Like, he was a cool idea. Don't get me wrong. But when you have a prop that just goes like this and moves the mouth and talks and talks and talks. It's just not working for me. And the design was also not that great. Honestly, when I think about it now, they could have made the saw much lighter, and they could have done so much more. They could have had him with not a hammer and a real hand, and actually have the saw, right, like this, and his body would go like that, and his head would move and look at the saw and the person, and like, I don't know what would happen, like maybe he would start moving the saw closer. What are your last words gonna be? And then he's like, too late, and then her body starts like flimsing around. Like, they could make her body actually flimse around while he's holding her to make it look like she's trying to escape before she gets cut, right? I think that would be pretty cool. And they could actually have a big cut in her, have her aim in this way, like you can see her face, to make it even more scary, and you could have this like traumatizing, terrified look on her face, which would be pretty scary, right? Like, it would just make it better, you know. It would just be so cool. And I think something like that would have been a lot better. I don't know, like the props last year, the only two props that I can like think of that were more scary than like 2020 was Henry Hustle and Mr. Dark. That was a good step in the right direction for props. I think if it wasn't a clown, I would have got him. But since it was a clown, I was like, you know what? I'm not getting it. Like, I'm just tired of clown props. They're just not unique enough for my take. I think I want something a lot more unique and creative, right? For a clown prop, it has to be something like, it can't just be a clown. That's the problem. I would like to see like monster, like unimaginable, so scary you can't even imagine it. Like a clown that's also a spider, like that has the spider legs but has like a clown face with a little bit of a spider face as well. Something like so scary that would jump out at you. Like, I don't know, that would be so cool. I don't know, a demon werewolf, a smoldering werewolf. We have never seen a smoldering werewolf. We've never seen a smoldering demon. I think that should be done for sure, or something. Smoldering ghoul, a pumpkin werewolf, and the idea I had, it could be like a pumpkin demon smoldering werewolf. Basically it would have the look of a pumpkin, but it'd be carved like it'd be a full body pumpkin werewolf, and like it would have like holes in them and stuff, but like he would also have a demon look as well, kinda, and his eyes would be like demon eyes as well, and you could hook a fog machine up to him. I don't know what he could do, but it would be so cool. He wouldn't do what the smoldering zombie did. He would kind of jolt a little bit, like jolt, not like experimental Eddie, but he would like go like that maybe, and his head would kind of move and his mouth would move. Something crazy, something really scary that you just can't even picture. Or maybe he could lunge out at you like Demonic Dahlia. I think it would be cool to see a werewolf have the animation like Demonic Dahlia. I think that would work. Or maybe a possession prop that has the animation like Demonic Dahlia. There's so many different things they could do. And I don't know if you guys knew, but I had an idea for a prop. And if you guys haven't seen the video, I'm going to say it. The idea I had for a bride, it's like an evil bride, and she would say something like she's angry or something. She'd be looking this way, and the top of her torso would twist this way, really fast, and then her arm, she would kind of lunge out at you a little bit. And she would have like, she would kind of have blood on her when she turns around. And she would have like pale skin with sharp claws, and she would have like a mouth that's wide open. Remember the door knocker that we had of a lady's head? And the mouth, it was at Spear Halloween. It was like an animated door knocker, but it was a lady's head and her jaw was split wide open and she screamed. Remember that? Remember that one? That was terrifying for a head prop. That was cool. I think it would be something like that. And like when she jumps, when she turns around and lunges at you, she'd be screaming. But she'd be like mad kind of scream or something. And then she'd start laughing like a demon or something crazy. But I think Spirit definitely took our plan. I don't know if Spirit heard what I was going to say. I don't know if Spirit even heard my ideas last year. But it's almost like Spirit almost listened to all of us, including me. Because I made a video last year saying it has to be scarier, right? We all want it to be scary, right? Like, that's the point of Halloween. It's supposed to be a fun kind of scary. In the last couple of years, my main problem with Spear Halloween, it's been too kid-friendly, way too kid-friendly, and I'm just getting tired of the cringy look of the props. I want a scarier look to the props. There's no reason for it. Demonic Dahlia didn't have a kid-friendly look. She was pretty scary. I think she could have been a little more scary though looking. Demonic Dahlia, I'm not gonna lie, she could have looked a little better. She was cool, but she could have looked slightly better. But she was cool. Definitely cool. I don't know if I would have gotten her, but she was a cool prop. And the one that shook when you went by her, like vibrated, and then her head went back when she was like on the wall. Her head would go way back and really fast. It would be scary. And she had like blood and sharp teeth, and her eyes lit up red. I think Demonic Dahlia, her eyes should have actually lit up red because it would have looked so creepy. But at the end of the day, we at least know this year's going to be better. A lot better. And I think that's a good thing. Now, Andy Amplifier, I think this is going to be another electrocuting prop. I don't know. I think it's going to be a zombie. I don't know about you. I just feel like this is going to be another zombie electrocuted prop, and that's not a bad thing. Or it might not be. It might not even be a zombie. Who knows what it is, but it's definitely another electrocuted prop, which is not a bad thing. I think next year we're going to get a new Exorcist prop since the new movie is coming out next year. I don't know if you guys know, but we're getting another Exorcist prop. I mean, another Exorcist movie next year based off of the original. It's a reboot done by David Gordon Green. Can't wait for that. I've been wanting a new Exorcist movie based off of the original, after the events of the original, for so many years, and it's finally happening. I did not like the original movie. It just wasn't for me. I think they can do a much better job, you know. But that's just my opinion. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. How cool would it be to get a Thriller animatronic based off of the Michael Jackson Thriller? And I mean when Michael Jackson turned into the werewolf. What if we got a Michael Jackson Thriller werewolf animatronic? How cool would that be to get from Spirit Halloween? I don't know what it could do, but I think that would just be so freaking cool. And I probably would get it because it's just such a classic. And maybe we could also get a different version of him into the zombie form with the red vest on. I think we should get that as well from Spirit Halloween, and I think those two animatronics would be a big hit, a big seller, but you want the animation and the audio to be good, right? And when he's turning into the werewolf, the growling and all that, that is the audio that you want on the one with the werewolf form, not the one with the zombie. Now, the zombie one, I don't know what they could do, but I'm sure they could figure something out. I think that would be such a cool thing to see from Spear Halloween. And it may never happen, but it's definitely an idea for Spear Halloween, and I think that could definitely happen in the future. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but down the road it could happen. Forest Demon may never come back, but I think he's going to someday, actually. I think he's going to eventually come back. You know, he's just such a worthy prop to come back. But Barnyard Butcher's one that everybody also wants to come back this year, especially Pumpkin Nester. The Crypt Keeper, the original Crypt Keeper prop that we got that moved ahead from Spear Halloween. We got a little hint last year in the theming of him coming back, especially Pumpkin Nester in that second theme with Crypt Keeper. So expect them to come back this year. They're probably going to. I mean, why would Spirit show Crypt Keeper, the original Crypt Keeper, in the second theme with Pumpkin Nester, right? It wouldn't make sense for him not to come back. It makes total sense for him to come back, right? Absolutely. But yeah, other than that, I don't know what is going to happen. I think we're probably going to get a lab theme. I could be wrong. The fact that it's on a chalkboard, we are probably going to get a school theme. But here's the thing. It might not even be a school theme because Spirit doesn't usually make a teaser having the theme hint in the teaser. So I'm not exactly sure. I don't think it's going to be a school theme. I actually think we're going to get a lab theme. A lot of people think the same thing. I think we could get a movie theater theme this year. We might get a lab theme with a school theme, or a lab theme with a theater theme, a movie theater theme. Now, we're probably getting a new Michael Myers animatronic this year because Halloween Kills has came out last year and Halloween Ends is coming up. Who knows? We could get an Exorcist prop this year. Who knows? Who knows what we're getting this year? But all I can say is this year, there's going to be some crazy props. I cannot wait to see what we get. I know. This is going to be my last video till... stay tuned for a possible June 27th video, because on the clock in the teaser, the clock time on the top of the screen, like the time that you see in the teaser right here, that goes really fast, fast. Well, it stops at one part and it's 06:28, which is a date, June 28th. I think that's going to be our first sneak peek, like I was saying. June 27th, we could be getting a teaser before the next day for the sneak peek, the first one. That's a very good possibility, and if June 27th releases a teaser for the next day, June 28th, the sneak peek, I will be making a video June 27th. Now, that doesn't mean I'll be making a video June 27th, but this is going to be the final video before I have to make another one sometime this month, hopefully. I can't promise it's going to be this month, but it's probably going to be near the end of June that we're getting our first sneak peek. I said it before, and you know what? It's probably right. June 28th is probably going to be the sneak peek. Why would Spirit pause the running time on June 28th in the teaser? Now it does stop at a certain time. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't June 27th, but someone subtracted something and did something with the numbers, and it turned up to be June 27th. So either June 27th, we're getting our first sneak peek, or the teaser for the sneak peek on June 28th. But who knows? One of these days of this month, we're going to be getting a teaser before the first sneak peek. We always get a teaser before the first sneak peek. Now, Spirit released a teaser pretty early, of the chalkboard, and we all didn't even expect that to happen. I wasn't expecting it. No one did, but I was kind of hoping something happened, because when Home Depot showed their stuff, I was like, just, but anyway, when I saw the first teaser, I was like, okay, this is exciting, because at first I didn't see it. It took me a while to see it, and then when I watched back on the teaser, I saw more, and when I saw the bloody knife, at first I thought it was just Chucky. I'm like, great, another year, another typical Spear Halloween year. And then when I heard the audio of the prop, and then when I saw the bloody burlap bag it holds, I started to think, you know what, this year's going to be really good, because it's just the way they teased it, and the way they teased the two other props in the other chalkboard teaser just gave me goosebumps, and just, it felt different. The way they teased 3 props and 2 teasers was super genius. The first one is probably Mommy's new favorite, with the bloody knife, and Andy Amplifier was in the second teaser, with the other prop that's laughing. Andy Amplifier, I need to see it first. I'm not as excited for it, because the 2 other props, why not, right? But, getting on to the point, I would like to see monster props into 2 different things. Like a clown with a spider, or a demon attached to, I don't know, a ghoul. Something very different that we haven't seen before. And I think that would be super cool. I think it would be cool to get a Gravedigger prop that was like a demon, or like a Gravedigger prop that's like just evil, right? Like, you know what I mean? Just a typical Gravedigger, but it's an evil Gravedigger, right? Not like the Home Depot one, like an actual evil person Gravedigger, not a freaking Reaper Gravedigger, none of that. An actual Gravedigger, an old man Gravedigger that's evil, and the audio would just be like really creepy, and like his animation would be really creepy, and like, I don't know what he could say. Like, there's just so many things it could do, right? Like, maybe something like, I have never left this place in 30 years. Because when I did, when I left, he could say, like, when I left, the cops were at my house. I went back, and there was blood everywhere. But when the cops got there, there was blood. Something, they could do a lot better than that, but you know what I mean? Something like really unnerving, right? And, I think Spirit's starting to do that. If a prop makes you uncomfortable in a haunted house, or when you're going up to get candy at someone's house and the props, you're going by the prop and it's making you uncomfortable and freaked out before it even gets animated, you know, it means even when if a prop makes you uncomfortable in general, when it gets activated, it's a good thing. The main things about an animatronic that you need: you have to have a scary design, scary audio, scary design, scary audio that's good animation that works really well with the prop, and good durability. Those 4 things all come down to the prop. Durability, I mean like quality, right? If your prop is like breaking in like 2 weeks, that's not good, right? So you want the props to be like really good quality. So yeah. But yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know what you guys think of this year so far. What do you guys think we're gonna get besides like Pumpkin Nester and Barnyard Butcher? Some people say Evil Scientist. I don't think he's coming back this year. I don't see it. I think Barnyard Butcher, Pumpkin Nester are just too anticipated to come back this year, and I just can't see. And Bone Collector is another one that should come back. And the Rising Vampire Coffin that we got a few years ago was so awesome from Spirit Halloween. I think it was Pan Asian Creations. I don't know if they'll ever be able to bring that one back, but that would be so cool to see come back. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in another horrifying video. Stay tuned. My next video is going to be either talking about the next big teaser, June 27th, or the sneak peek, the first sneak peek, whatever it's going to be. It's going to be this month, likely sometime near the end of June. So if it's not, it's going to be in July. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in another horrifying